Time now for Built for Success, presented by Ram Trucks. And this week, the focus on the number 3 team in the country, Florida State. This is the Seminoles' highest ranking since 2017, when they started the season as the same rank. The team is averaging 55 points this season, 4th most in the FBS, and their most through the first 2 games of the season since 2012. They looked good early on, but I want you to take a look at this. Through 2 weeks in the season, this is the 4th most points scored for the Seminoles since 1936. And 2 out of the other 3 years, they had the more points. They won the ACC championship. It is safe to say, as we do each and every week, to bring in our friend and yours, Sam Acho. It is safe to say, Ach, that Florida State is a food group program.
Okay.
When Florida State is good, it's good for college football. When they were patient with Mike Norvell, it was to get him to this point. I contend that Florida State is right now one of the top 3 teams in the country. What do you say?
I agree, completely agree. Florida State, not just defensively but offensively, has transformed into a juggernaut. And it's not just the offensive line, not just the transfer receivers, but it's Jordan Travis. He's matured, he's grown, he's changed his game. He's so much more confident now than he was before. And so that's part A. Part B, this defense lives in the backfield. They need to start paying rent. That's how often you'll see them sacking, tackles for loss, what have you. And so you see a confident bunch both offensively, defensively is what gives this team such a great shot for a title.
Well, when you just mentioned Jordan Travis, and Coleman is one of his key weapons that he's been targeting. I mean, what's it been like to see those two connect so much, and how big is it to get a guy like that to transfer onto this team?
Well, it's huge. So Keon Coleman, we saw week 1, the 3 touchdowns, transferred from Michigan State, played basketball for Izzo at Michigan State and football. But what's great about Keon Coleman is that it frees up Johnny Wilson, the 6'7" receiver, not to have to be the dude, right? Not that he doesn't want to be, but now you have a dog. Like Keon Coleman is a beast. Now Johnny Wilson, like he's had some drop issues. If he drops 1 or 2, it doesn't kill you. It doesn't hurt you. It allows him to still be free as a receiver. So Keon Coleman, Johnny Wilson, then the running back groups, right? Toa Feely, Trey Benson. Like Benson is so slippery. He's hard to bring down. And so you have those weapons at a quarterback like Jordan Travis, who's now confident. I'm telling you, this team is a force to be reckoned with.
Here's what I find frightening, because typically over the last decade or so, it's been Clemson's conference. Everybody else just living in it. There's always that big game between Clemson and Florida State. That happens next week. I don't know that this is going to go well for Clemson.
Oh.
And I believe now.
You believe?
Of course I believe.
Do you believe?
I believe now that Florida State, once they get by Clemson next week, you have to literally talk about them as a national championship contender. That's where they're headed.
Matt Barrie, what does Lee Corso say? Not so fast, my friend. He said once they get past Clemson.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. All the stuff we talk about, there's so much good with Florida State. But the one issue that I've seen on tape, and I'm still perusing through the tape.
Okay.
Offensive line and pass protection.
Right.
Run game, they're great, right? It's supposed to play out over 90, 95. He plays 20 yards or more last year. They're fine. But in pass pro, if you get this team behind, and you have an athletic group like Clemson has up front, guys like Tyler Davis, guys like Ruger Rororo, guys like Peter, the freshman, Peter, last name, forget his name. Long story short, get those guys on the offensive line. All of a sudden, Jordan Travis may have some issues. And so even last week, yes, Florida State blew their other team out, but I'm telling you, offensive line, there may be an opportunity to make some noise.
Yeah, as the season goes along, we tend to learn more and more things about them, and it seems like you're finding out, you're picking out the little things that they need to be able to improve on. Now, Mike Norvell has brought this team to the number 3 ranking in the country. He brought in the transfers. We see Jordan Travis taking that next step in his game. Now, what is it that Mike Norvell has done that you think has put this team in a whole different tier?
He doesn't care anymore. Like, you know, as a young coach or a young player, maybe if you're in media, you want to care about what people say about you, what people think about you. Mike Norvell does not care. Like, even when you do interviews with him, he's not trying to be liked anymore. He's not trying to be your friend. All he cares about are the dudes in that locker room. That guy you see, 75 back there, Dylan Gibbons, like he was one of the team leaders last year. Like, those guys follow. They live for Mike Norvell. They don't care about anything else. On the outside, no issues. On the inside, they will fight for him.
It's going to be fun to watch. They are really, really good. Florida State, you can say, unlike the Longhorns, they're kind of back. Florida State is back. I'll see you on TV, and when we do, we'll play your theme music.
I believe, man.